will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
There'll be parties for hosting and caroling out in the snow.
There'll be scary ghosts.
This is In the Know for Tuesday, December 3, the 338th day of 2024. There are 28 days left in the year. Good morning, MB, guiding you through In the Know at K105, on Litchfield Country Station 1039 The Moose, live online at K105.com, via the Apple and Android smartphone app, using the SoundCloud, iTunes, or Spotify podcast, on Facebook, on YouTube, on the platform formerly known as Twitter, and the hashtag is In the Know. Coming up today, we'll update you on the latest news headlines from around the community, the county, the Commonwealth, and the country. Cougar basketball season kicks off tonight. We'll talk about that. Also some news out of Washington. We're continuing to follow that and a whole lot more coming up today here on In the Know. Settling into my left, rolling Mach 9 with her hair on fire, is my beautiful wife, the beautiful girl. It's Beach. Good morning, sweetheart.
Good morning.
How you doing?
I'm good. I'm not sure how I'm running behind, but I am.
You manage to do it pretty much no matter what you do each day. Does Vandalay Industries, do you allow window shopping?
Well, sort of.
Yeah. Okay. You don't prefer it, but it's
I'm
the
gonna need a little more.
well, it's the entry into the purchase. You have to window shop a little first before you can actually make a purchase, correct? They say window shopping, even if your holiday list is complete, is good for you. You don't actually need to spend any money to get a mood boost. Browsing websites, catalogs, and store windows sends feel-good dopamine to your brain's reward center whenever you spot items you like, making you instantly more joyful, research shows. You got to knock out your list sometime.
Listen, I do like this, and
Yeah.
I do agree. But as far as Vandalay Industries is concerned, could you please window shop and put it back where you got it?
Oh yeah, so it gets relocated. I
Yeah.
understand. So
Other things get moved.
you
and-
need fewer browsers and more purchasers.
yes.
All right, that
would
works
be,
too.
Yeah, that would be great.
Especially this time of year.
If you want to look, great. Just look.
Got a limited number of days before the big day is here. He is the 5-time winner of the coveted Ohio Newshawk Award. He's the 2-time Silver Sound nominee, covering every corner of the globe: London, Budapest, Rio, Tokyo, and even Litchfield. He's Sam Gormley. And the sports. Morning, Sam.
Morning, Ralph.
How you doing?
Not too bad. How are you?
I'm not liking the snow.
Yeah, this is where it's nice not having to get out in it.
This is the insulting amount of snow. Like, if it's going to snow, just snow. Like, give us at least snow where it looks like
no.
snow. This is just
No, it looks.
messing around snow.
I'm fine with the snow.
You're fine with this? I mean, still canceled school for today, so, might as well get your
Oh, so
get your money's worth out of it.
Does that mean I get to go back to bed now?
You do not, as far as I know, you're not a school kid.
I didn't know if
although
this
some
was your
people
way of
probably
saying that the
mistake
show
you
got
for
canceled too or something. And I was like, oh, well, this is nice.
No, I just think if you're going to get snow, you might as well get snow. But I don't know how many times it snowed on my mom's birthday. It's awfully early. It snowed last night, and I was driving in yesterday afternoon, and just like, wow, what a snow! And then I was surprised to see that the ground got covered.
Her birthday was yesterday?
And her birthday was yesterday.
Oh,
That's
well,
right.
happy birthday.
She celebrated the whole day. I was out driving yesterday, and I remember, I got in a hurry yesterday and didn't mention Tita Mama's birthday, but I did wish her a happy birthday directly and personally. So it made everything okay. We're seeing things. I'll talk about the Thanksgiving travel period coming up in segment B. But I saw a thing this morning that said the TSA is reminding holiday travelers to leave their knives at home. TSA officers notice travelers neglect to remove weapons, knives in particular, from their bags before going through security. In addition, TSA officers remind passengers to remove everything from their pockets, even if it seems insignificant. When they say empty your pockets, they don't mean just the metal stuff. They mean empty your pockets. Lip balm, whatever it is, they say to empty it. It reminds me, I was traveling.
I wondered if you were going to tell this.
Well, this reminded me of
listening over your wedding.
It happens. I had to go to D.C. earlier this year, and I didn't empty my pockets when I got out of the truck to go catch my flight. And I typically carry it's not a pocket knife, but it's a combination. It's a knife that goes in my pocket, but it's not like a case knife. It's kind of bigger. It's not a switchblade, but it folds open. It's kind of just a utility type knife, but it's typically in my pocket. And as I was heading to TSA with my TSA pre and my passport and everything, I thought, oh no, my knife is in my pocket. So what to do? I went and hid it in a planter inside the airport, and then just got it when I got back to Louisville.
This is a true story.
Yeah, I actually did it earlier this year. So I didn't have to surrender my knife, and nobody was any the wiser.
I was at a baseball game over the summer, and I have a Swiss Army knife.
Yes, you did.
And they, nope, you can't take that inside. I said, what? I said, yep, it's. I said, do you? And I kind of opened up the blade. I was like, what damage am I going to do if I start whipping out my Swiss Army knife? And so I had to go take it back to my car or throw it away. And I'd had it for so long that I was like, well, I mean, I've had it almost 10 years. It's like I don't feel like I want to get rid of it now. So
It'd be interesting if you could have asked the gate agent, can I rent you to hold it for 3 hours? Like can I come get it?
So that was the person that I was with said, can we just leave it? And nope.
Can't even leave it.
Nope.
Wow. Okay. So that has happened, but it was a little like finding an Easter egg for me. I thought, well, there's no chance anybody's
I
going
was
to find
so
that.
surprised.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't have time
I
to go
just
back to the truck.
Give you props for leaving a random object in the middle of an airport. That can be a little risky sometimes too.
Well, but if you know where it was, like it wasn't just left, it was underneath, it was like down in the soil of a plant. So when you go to baggage claim, you go down the escalators to baggage claim and you come in on the concourse level, there's those big landscaping planters in there. You'd probably hide a small child in there if you needed to for a couple of days. There may be people living in there for all I know. But nonetheless, the TSA reminds you, don't bring your knives. Don't be a dummy like I was. Sunshine is going to return this afternoon, believe it or not. We're going to see cold with decreasing clouds over the next 12 hours. We are not out of the woods on the cold. The coldest of this period is going to be Thursday morning. The wind chills are going to be in the low teens, maybe even briefly in the single digits on Thursday early morning. So just be prepared for that blast of cold. But we will see a warm up to end the week. Now it will be warmer tomorrow, 46, but then we're going to get to 19 tomorrow night, and then Thursday morning it's going to feel like just a few degrees above zero. So we're getting an early blast. Maybe we'll get it out of the way. I don't know. We'll see decreasing clouds today, a high of 33, mostly clear, 26 tonight, mostly cloudy, 46 for tomorrow. Then just be prepared for the low temperature tomorrow night. It's so cold. I saw down around Jacksonville and across central Florida, across the Panhandle, below freezing. They even closed. Universal Orlando has a Volcano Bay water park. Disney has a couple of them. They actually closed the one at Universal because of the extreme temperatures. I remember the first Christmas we went to visit Taylor. She was living in central Florida. And we went down there and were wearing shorts and T-shirts, and it got cold enough down there. She's wearing a jacket. She's warmed up. Those Floridians, they don't know they don't know how to react when it gets to 50 degrees, much less when it gets down around the freezing mark. Over the last 24 hours, continued news out of Washington. The president took off for Albania and to trip to Africa, and sort of did a little bit of a mic drop before he left with this pardon of Hunter Biden. I was really impressed and actually somewhat comforted to see bipartisan derision of this pardon, this blanket pardon, unlimited pardon that goes all the way to 2014. I mean, it's a very, as Jon Stewart said on the Daily Show, it's an oddly specific amount of time. It's not rounded at all. It's back to 2014 through Sunday of this year. It's any crimes that he did commit, might have committed, unknowingly committed, all of them. And so it 2014, January 1, coincides with his time involving Burisma. So by getting this pardon, he also, though, loses his Fifth Amendment, the right to not incriminate yourself. So should he ever be subpoenaed, he will not be able to plead the Fifth by not testifying or offering testimony in a court of law or even in a deposition, which means he, I guess, would have to only rely on, oh, I don't recall, or oh, I don't remember, which is convenient sometimes. This is, a Biden who basically was President Biden, who was the victim of a coup. Basically, they shoved him out last moment. He didn't want Harris to begin with. He got stuck with her. They said, it's going to be her, it's not going to be you. They negotiated a deal. He said time and time again he would not pardon Hunter. And this is basically a middle finger to the country on his way out at the end of the presidency, which, I've joked over the last couple of years that Joe Biden will go down as the worst president in American history. He will easily go down as the worst president of my lifetime. I mean, Jimmy Carter had been that before now, but with 1,000 apologies to Jimmy Carter, the Bidens have certainly broke the mold. He's also put his press secretary in nearly an impossible position. She's defended him over and over and over, and now he won't answer the questions. She has to answer the questions. It's also been interesting, even MSNBC and CNN and your more left-leaning talking political heads are talking about how dare you say that Donald Trump is a threat to democracy, and then you're basically, you're out here defying the Department of Justice or the FBI. Most likely what happened was when Kash Patel got announced as the FBI director, the Bidens knew that things weren't finished for Hunter. And so as a dad, he said, I'll take a tarnished legacy in order to save my son's neck in this case. And that's probably the way that it all went down. But I'd say we haven't heard the last of that. One thing is the incoming president did point out, though, when he took office in 2016, there was a lot of people who wanted them to investigate Hillary Clinton. And President Trump said at that time, no, for the good of the nation, we're not going to do that. We need to move on. It'll be interesting to see what happens come January 20th of 2025, whether he has the same type of humor as he did in 2016. Close to home, spontaneous combustion was responsible for a fire at a Caneyville business. The Litchfield Fire Department responded yesterday morning about 7:20 to the 500 block of East Maple, that's US 62, at Otis Bryant and Son. They found fertilizer in an arched metal building had caught fire. Fire Chief Tim Duval said fire personnel thoroughly sprayed the fertilizer, checked for hot spots before they cleared the scene. They called it spontaneous combustion. The ECTC's 25-26 scholarship application is now open. Only one application is needed to be considered for more than 50 scholarship opportunities available, and all new and returning students are encouraged to apply. If you'd like to, you can go to ectc.us/scholarships. That's ectc.us/scholarships. If you want to nominate a teacher for the Teacher of the Year, the Kentucky Department of Education announced yesterday nominations are now being accepted for the 2026 Kentucky Teacher of the Year Awards, with any full-time public school teacher in the state with at least 3 years of experience being eligible. Teachers may be nominated by students, parents, teaching peers, principals, superintendents, or anyone from the community who has an interest in honoring an outstanding educator. So you do that nomination the end of this year, then they vet those during 2025, and then they announce them later in the year as we get to the end of 2025 on who the 2026 Teachers of the Year will be, but that process starts now. You don't often hear, unless you're watching the movies or something from Hollywood, about a jewelry heist, but there has been a jewelry heist here in the Commonwealth. The state police at the Columbia Post announced troopers from Post 15 located and recovered jewelry reportedly worth thousands of dollars that was reported stolen from a residence in Clinton County and made 2 arrests in the process. Troopers launched an investigation of a theft of custom-made jewelry reported to have been stolen from a home in Albany. During the investigation, troopers learned the stolen jewelry had an estimated value of more than $16,000. Their investigation led troopers to a residence on Cave Springs Road in Clinton County. They were able to track down the jewelry items and made some arrests, multiple arrests, and both individuals who were arrested were lodged in the Clinton County Detention Center. Sad news. This was actually in the news cycle yesterday, but I did not get to it. Really sad news for a family of a freshman cheerleader at the University of Pikeville who died in a car crash. 19-year-old Kennedy Mollett died last week after a crash on Highway 52 in Wayne County. It was between her vehicle and a large truck. So very sad to hear about that loss of young life. High school basketball season, probably in the Commonwealth, got underway last night, but for Grayson County High School, gets underway tonight. And Sam, Washington County, is that right?
Yep. The Cougar boys are on the road at Washington County. It's a team that lost a lot from last year. They made back-to-back region tournaments, so it's kind of one of those things that we don't really know what to expect from them. I mean, they lost one kid who's now playing tight end at San Diego State, and another kid who is now playing for the IMG Academy, I think is who it is, who was offered by John Calipari when he was at Kentucky. So they lost a lot from last season's squad, so it'll be interesting to see how the Cougs will match up tonight. Tip-off is 7 Central, since we're headed to the Eastern time zone. That'll be 8 Eastern, and you'll be able to watch it K105 YouTube channel. Subscribe, and you'll get the notification. You'll already see the stream live there. And radio coverage, we get to hop over to the Moose for the first time in a while.
Over on the Moose. What should we expect from the good guys this season? How are they shaping up?
I mean, I think that expectations are high. I mean, the Third Region Media Poll was released, I guess, when was that, early last week, and the Cougars were picked 4th. And, you know, it's one of those things that I think that there are a top 6 teams, and I think the Cougars are in that squad. And the best thing that you have to do is just make sure that, for one, you got to get to the region tournament. Cougars have missed back-to-back region tournaments for the first time, I think, since the late 80s. And so they got to get there. But when they do, I mean, they could be a team that you could see people wanting to pick to win. Because, I mean, the district became a little bit more wide open with the injury for Butler County. And so it'll be interesting to see how it'll go. I'm excited.
So Sam mentioned the Cougar game tonight will be on the Moose, and that's because tonight is the ACC-SEC Challenge. So there are a bunch of SEC teams playing SEC teams playing ACC teams. You got Auburn, and Duke, and you got Alabama and North Carolina, I think. You got Kentucky on the road at Clemson, which is a late game, and they start 8:30, I think Central
I
Time
love it.
is the
Let's make it later.
Scheduled start time. No, thank you.
Yes, please. Let's make it later. Then I can actually maybe watch a little bit of it.
Helps you. You'll get to see quite a bit of it tonight in real time if you'd like. Congratulations to Mark Pope. It only took him a month to get Kentucky into the top 5. Remember, it was over for Kentucky. Yes, Calipari's to Arkansas, and the Cats are ranked number 4 in the most recent poll. Big test for them tonight. They will get to prove tonight whether they have legitimately earned that ranking with the number 4 spot as they go on the road in a true road environment, and will play Clemson. Countdown is at 7. Tip-off is at 8:30. There's not a game before it in that building, so that should start on time, even if they have to start it on the Ocho or something if the game before it runs long. So game should start on time. Got to get to a break. We'll come back. Got more on the way. Hang around here on In the Know.
Your health care starts with Owensboro Health Primary Care in Big Clifty. Family medicine physician Dr. Kiersey Kuiper was trained by the University of Louisville in Owensboro and cares for patients 16 years and older. She's here to help when you want to stay healthy, when you're not feeling well, and when you need help managing a chronic condition. Learn more and schedule your appointment online at owensborohealth.org/BigClifty.
If you strive for a healthy mind, body, and soul but feel overwhelmed, maybe it's time to talk with someone. Reach out to Fuller Life Counseling Partners. Whether you're seeking individual or couples counseling, family therapy, or substance abuse counseling, Fuller Life Counseling is there to help. Young or old, there are many benefits. Less anxiety and stress, better relationships, increased emotional balance, and more. Heal from within with Fuller Life Counseling in Bowling Green, Glasgow, Litchfield, and Scottsville. Or visit fullerlifecounseling.org.
What makes Caneyville Crushed Stone the best choice? It's not just our competitive prices. It's not just the 30-plus years of industry expertise. It's not even the dedication to every customer, rock, or delivery. It's the commitment to your project. Stone by stone, this is all we do. But we do it all. From your driveway, barn, farm, and home. We have you covered. Call our friendly staff Monday through Friday, 270-879-0222. Deliveries available Monday through Saturday. Or visit us on Highway 79 north of Caneyville.
Yellowwood knows that a five-star backyard is the place to make lasting memories. Like cookouts. Cornhole with friends. Ooh, a neighborhood potluck with your wife's pasta salad. The one with the feta. Oh, sorry. Or taking a nap on your deck in a hammock. Naps are memories. I love naps. For five-star backyards and the most memorable experiences, Yellowwood brand pressure-treated pine. If it doesn't have that yellow tag, you don't want it.
If you're the average person, you only think about income taxes from January to April. But the choices you make 12 months a year have a big impact on your tax return preparation and even your refund. Making adjustments to your financial matters during tax filing season is like trying to lose weight during a routine doctor visit. The certified public accounting firm of Buckles, Travis & Hart work year-round to advise clients on important financial decisions so that during tax filing season, you're carrying a lot less stress and worry. Join the Peace of Mind team with Buckles, Travis & Hart, 270-259-5604 or GraysonCPAs.com.
Are you ready to redefine your beauty? Escape into a world of wellness with Pure Aesthetics and Wellness. Experience relaxation and rejuvenation like never before. Amy Abels and her expert team of nurse practitioners, registered nurses, and weight wellness specialists offer a full range of services. From laser hair removal to Juvederm filler, step into a realm where beauty is inspired by you. Visit us on South English Street in Litchfield. Book your transformation at pureaesthetics.life.
Cyber Monday is here, but where are the must-have AI gadgets? Generative AI is dominating headlines across Silicon Valley, but tech giants have been so focused on processors and AI models, actual artificial intelligence hardware has fallen off. Some insiders say it's due to a lack of capable chips and other components. Meta is expanding its footprint across the U.S. The Facebook parent announced it's building a massive data center in Lebanon, Indiana. The facility will sit on 1,500 acres just outside of Indianapolis. It's the fifth data center that Meta's announced this year. Tesla facing a fine from the feds for violations at the Texas Gigafactory. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration is fining the company almost $7,000 for two separate violations regarding hazardous exposure to employees. Tesla has been under inspection by OSHA since July 5th. The case is still open. And Google parent Alphabet is partnering with IMA Ventures to help support 22 startups in India. The goal is to help the startups navigate global business challenges. The focus will be on healthcare, climate, education, financial inclusion, and more. Tech Report, I'm Mark Mayfield. This segment of In the Know is brought to you by Litchfield Funeral Home, providing Grayson County with compassionate, professional funeral cremation and pre-need services. Litchfield Funeral Home, celebrating life one family at a time. Call 259-4566 or visit litchfieldfh.com. It is Giving Tuesday. The travel industry has always also tried to latch on. Some are calling it Travel Tuesday, where you get some of the best travel deals for end of the year, or maybe if you're making plans for next year, that might be going on today. Today is Roof Over Your Head Day. Thank God for it. On a day like today, as cold as it is outside. It's Homemade Gift Day. It's Apple Pie Day. And is there still green bean casserole in the refrigerator? It's
There is.
Green Bean Casserole Day is what we're celebrating today.
Listen, I've done my best to clean out the fridge.
Yeah?
But I think I'm
About to give it up?
Yeah.
About to wave the white flag?
I'm so over it.
It's a little weird that green bean casserole day is this late.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think that Thanksgiving was late, and I don't. I mean,
Right.
we're like 5 days later. The green bean casserole. That's where it's going to get a little. I mean, a little funkier than it already was to begin with, and then you're telling me that this might be more than a week later. Typically, I don't know that I want a week old green bean casserole.
I didn't make a dressing until Sunday,
That's true.
so it's but it's
I've done my
not going to
best.
last very long.
To work on the fridge, but
I still had the little bit of turkey yesterday that was hanging on, but other than that, I've kind of the Thanksgiving foods are.
well, I know you had said at the end of the weekend you were over it.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been taking containers from the fridge and
Well, and I haven't shared a whole lot, but you know, I've
Just
had to.
eating
I have
what I
this
want
this
from
year. I've completely redefined my relationship with food, and so that was part of my goal was to be able to get through the Thanksgiving holiday just being neutral. But I actually like made progress during the holiday, so it's like okay, Thanksgiving is behind us. All the foods now. You got to get through the next big holiday, and so just kind of focus on that one. We are 3 days into the new month. And I have not had the opportunity, because the month started on Sunday, to set the table for what all of the celebrations that December will include. This is bingo month. Not bingo from Bluey.
Bingo.
Actual the game bingo. It's National Fruitcake Month. Fruitcake Month.
Does it need its whole month?
You would think not, but if there's going to be
Well,
one,
doesn't
I
it
guess
last
this is
for
it.
months?
It
I
does.
mean, ugh.
Decades, perhaps. I also want to point out that the weeks, there's a National Hand Washing Awareness Week is this week, and today's Did You Know will be affiliated.
Can we just make that a national everyday wash your hands?
This is the awareness that hopefully creates good habits for the other months, or the other weeks, the other 51. The week including Christmas is Thank a Soldier Week. So if you want an early reminder that coming up that week is something extra special that you can do. Tomorrow is Santa's List Day. So if you can just get through tomorrow, your chances are good that you'll be on the nice list. But don't Walter Hobbs it. Man, if you ever Walter Hobbs it, it's just almost impossible to walk back. December 5th is Repeal Day. That's the anniversary of the end of Prohibition in the United States. St. Nicholas Day is the 6th. Letter Writing Day is the 7th. It's also Pearl Harbor Day. National Brownie Day is on the 8th. Christmas Card Day on the 9th. App Day on the 11th. Gingerbread House and Poinsettias on the 12th. Violin on Friday the 13th is Violin Day. I'm classically trained in violin. Not for a very long period of time, but I did receive a classical education in violin by Mr. Haycraft. Looks, there are some famous violinists that were trained by Mr. Haycraft, and I am one of them.
Would he agree?
Well, I mean, if he could tell us, he would.
Would he have
tell us-
agreed?
He would tell us that I was one. Of all the people that he ever taught violin, I was one.
One of a kind.
That is a fact that cannot be disputed, no matter what. The 15th is the Bill of Rights Day. The 18th is Baked Cookies Day. Go Caroling on the 20th. Ugly Sweater on the 20th. Flashlights on the 21st. Festivus on the 23rd. We already have our poll up.
we do.
Be preparing for the Feats of Strength on the 23rd. Christmas Day on the 24th. Hanukkah also begins on the 25th this year. So you get Hanukkah begins and Christmas Day on the same day. Fruitcake Day is on the 27th.
Oh, it needs
So
a
while
day
this
and a
is-
month?
Yeah, this is a month and a day. And, of course, New Year's Eve on the 31st. Sam, in a couple of days, I'm going to be telling you about a special event on New Year's Eve that you're probably going to want to go to.
I think I've already got plans on New Year's Eve.
Okay, well,
You
you're
can-
probably going to...
UK plays at home that day.
You're probably going to cancel them. Well, you can be back to Litchfield by the time this happens.
They play Brown that day, though. I mean, listen, that's a big game at Old Rupp Arena.
Yeah.
Listen, I sat down yesterday and went through all of the dates that we have something scheduled in December.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Is that why you had this blank look on your face when I got home yesterday?
That's part of it, yeah.
I thought you were mentioning the 60 or 50 to 60 emails we got yesterday.
That's what I thought.
Was that part of it?
Listen, it did not help, honey, I will tell you, because, and then there's some added this morning.
Yes.
Have you seen those? Sam?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
My phone was blowing up as I was getting
But
ready this morning.
Those are good ones. But yeah, I sat down and went through all of December, and it's amazing.
The Thanksgiving holiday that we just made it through, the holiday travel season, it has come to a close. We got through yesterday, and that typically defines it. It was a record-breaking long weekend for flying. There were 232,000 flights that took off from November the 24th through November the 28th, a new record for Thanksgiving holiday. With that, over 12 million people passed through TSA checkpoints, marking an increase of over 400,000 from 2023. It also appears that airlines were up to the task this holiday season, as only 0.3% of flights were canceled. A record low 1.2% of flights were delayed. That was the biggest news of the holiday that I was seeing from some of the travel experts, was how smoothly things were happening over the Thanksgiving holiday. And that big weather system in the Northeast didn't come through, I think, until later in the weekend. It helped them get off to a good start. So hopefully the Christmas holiday will be nice as well. The Cambridge Dictionary, the Merriam-Webster Dictionary have both issued their words of the year. Now it's Oxford's turn, and Oxford has named brain rot as the Oxford word of the year for 2024.
It's a pretty good one.
The term is defined as the supposed deterioration of a person's mental or intellectual state, especially viewed as the result of overconsumption of material, in particular online content, considered to be trivial or unchallenging. Brain rot was chosen as the word of the year after more than 37,000 people participated in a public vote on a short list of 6 words that reflected the past year. They also took public commentary and corpus data into consideration when choosing the word. The 6 contenders of the year were brain rot, demure, slop, dynamic pricing, romantasy, and lore. Those were the 6 things that dictionary.com, as I told you last week, chose demure.
Is there a reason slop, you said?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought maybe you young people knew something about that.
No, I got to ask the K105 crew. I don't know.
All I know is about slopping the hogs. Sloppy Joe. Sloppy Joe. Now, I ran across a list of things that are normal things that people said they're grossed out by.
Okay.
And I'd be curious to know if these strike a chord with you. This is where you get the I can't even response. 1, licking their fingers to grab something they hand over to you, like money or their ID. That's a person who works in retail.
Mm-hmm.
Here, let me count out my money for you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nobody wants to see anyone do that.
Get that little round thing that has the pinkish,
Oh, yeah.
whatever.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Use that, please.
Carry that around. Just tape it like up under your chest and just run your finger over that when you need to. People who talk and are unaware of a little spit collecting at the corners of their mouth.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's a very conflicted thing, because it's like, don't say anything about it. Just power through.
Yeah.
They don't know it. No sense of bringing attention to it. The dried milk that forms a crust in and around the cap of the milk jug.
Mm-hmm.
It does make me wonder how that happens.
Yeah, me too. Like, how are you pouring your milk if that happens?
Yes.
Or putting the lid back on, for that matter.
Breathing the air in public restrooms. Oh, a cockeyed cap on a milk jug drives me crazy. Like when it's just been left like halfway put on, like, oh.
Well, it's going to ruin faster.
The feeling of wooden popsicle sticks on my tongue.
Ooh.
Ice cream on a cone, fine. But those wooden sticks, I'd rather go without dessert. I don't know. I'm not really bothered by that, but I'm a popsicle person, so Now, here's one Miss Buckles is going to chime in on for sure. The weird bits in meat. If I choose something that doesn't feel right, it's ruined. I can't eat anymore after that.
You can hang it up.
Yeah, no more.
And they are in there, no matter what meat it is.
Yeah, I mean,
They are in there.
it's just
And I'm
impossible
over
to avoid it. One person said the feeling of pantyhose or tights, it makes my skin crawl. It's similar to microfiber cloths. Also, washing the dishes in the sink and touching a wet piece of food.
Okay, so we're lumping pantyhose and tights.
This is
in
one
with-
person. This is one person that decided they had multiple ones they wanted to share.
Okay, well, pantyhose are part of life for the most part.
Yeah,
They do bother me when they bunch up in the wrong place.
sure, I can imagine. Yeah,
Well,
Can-
okay, you're thinking the worst, but like
No,
down by
it's-
my ankle
Sure,
or
yeah.
whatever, when they get bunched up there, no fun.
Anywhere they don't fit properly, I presume it would have to be
Right.
uncomfortable.
But if you're hand washing dishes and you have not raked them off or sprayed them off,
Yeah.
that's on you.
But sometimes my potato bowl, though, like the mashed potato bowl, was hard to get everything out of before it had to go into the dishwater. I noticed it myself. I thought it was gross, but I tried my best. I couldn't really avoid it. Sorry, one of those things.
Well, I didn't wash it.
And then sitting on a toilet seat right after someone has just used the same seat and it's still warm.
Yeah.
That's what this person said. I've never thought of that one, but yeah, I can see where.
It's odd.
Just block it out. Listen, there's just a whole lot you have to ignore in a public restroom. Just keep on going, all right? We got to get to a break. We'll come back. We got plenty more on the way. Hang around here on In the Know.
Hey, it's Joshua Horton, Public Health Director here at the Grayson County Health Department. It's almost my favorite time of the year, Thanksgiving and Christmas, and we don't want you to give a gift that you did not intend on giving. That's why it's so important that we get vaccinated, not only to protect ourselves, but to protect those around us. At Grayson County Health Department, we are committed to keeping our community safe. Our walk-in vaccination clinics offer both COVID-19 and flu vaccines Monday through Thursday, 9 to 11 and 1 to 3. Visit us at 124 East White Oak Street here in Litchfield, or for more information, check out our website at myhealthdepartment.org. Grayson County Health Department. Together we are better.
When the days grow short, Hometown Christmas lights up Litchfield. Join us for Light Up Litchfield, December 6th at 5 p.m. at James D. Bevel City Park. Then, watch the magic spread to Clarkson Community Center and Caneyville Purple Flash Center at 6. On December 7th, the Gingerbread Christmas Parade rolls through at 3:30. Don't miss Shop the Square with over 20 vendors, caroling, and Santa photos. Experience the joy at visitlitchfield.com.
Paul Colthorpe's daughter Hillary crashed her car while texting and driving.
They found her phone. She was in the process of texting somebody, and then
Her devastating injuries included severe brain damage.
put it down. Don't let it tempt you. It'll wait. It's my message. Wait.
Keep your eyes on the road, Kentucky. Distracted driving wrecks lives. Brought to you by Team Kentucky and the Kentucky Office of Highway Safety.
At first, I was scared. Where am I going? Who will take care of me? I didn't know what was happening. I felt all alone. Then I met you. You spent time with me. You talked to me. You showed up for me. You give me hope. I'm not scared anymore. Mikasa is with me.
A CASA volunteer provides hope and consistency to some of the most vulnerable children in our community as they navigate the family court system. Will you be the light for a child in need? Become a CASA volunteer with CASA of the Heartland. Call our office at 270-982-2274. That's 270-982-2274. Or visit our website, casaheartland.org, to learn how you can change a child's story.
I'm David Downs from the Sicilian Bank. As a gift to you this Christmas, we'd like to share with you the greatest story ever told. Here's Tracy Goodman.
And it came to pass in those days that there went out a decree from Caesar Augustus that all the world should be taxed. And this taxing was first made when Cyrenius was governor of Syria, and all went to be taxed, every one into his own city. Luke 2, 1 through 3.
If you've never heard this timeless story before, it's the greatest gift we could ever give. From all of us at the Sicilian Bank, we wish you the warmest and brightest holiday season. Henderson. Merry Christmas.
I'm Kevin Brooks from Future Design Building Material on Quarry Road. At this time of year, our thoughts turn to gratitude and appreciation for the blessings we enjoy. We know without your business and community support, our employees can't serve you and our community. Many thanks and Merry Christmas from Future Design Building Material.
Grayson County Judge Executive Kevin Henderson and Grayson County Fiscal Court would like to thank you. It has been a pleasure to serve you and help Grayson County grow. Grayson County Judge Executive Kevin Henderson and Grayson County Fiscal Court wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
K105 weather from the Wave Storm Tracking Team is brought to you by Smith Overhead Door, sohd.info.
Twin Lakes weather. Sunshine returns for the afternoon, but we won't warm up much. Highs only in the upper 20s and low 30s. That is it. Once we head into tomorrow, we do get the warmth back, but we'll keep some clouds overhead. Highs for your Wednesday in the 40s as we deal with wind gusts near 35 miles per hour. From the Wave News Storm Tracking Team, I'm meteorologist Tawana Andrew.
Sleigh bells ring, I understand. In the lane, snow is glistening.
Did you know water temperature has no effect on soap's ability to kill germs?
It does have an effect, though, on my hands feeling nice, though.
Yeah, your comfort level is impacted, but it does not impact the efficacy of the soap, which is good. And
So you
yes,
can still get the scrub it up bubble.
that's right. For those of you that just asked, yes, it is Pentatonix melding Bobby McFerrin and Winter Wonderland. So little fancy styling there from Pentatonix. Brenda Lee's, I was going to play Brenda Lee's Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. And I may still before the day. It's been deemed the Tennessee's official holiday song.
I do love
The
that.
official holiday song. It was named that yesterday down in Tennessee. So they do occasionally do a couple things right. At least Tennessee does. You know, this is the time of year where you might be looking for gift items for your younger kids that maybe they're too old for toys. Maybe they're not big enough for cell phones and things like that. So you start thinking, well, what's in that sweet spot that we could find? And you might be tempted. You go, well, we went to see the movie Wicked, and it was a big hit. So let's just find Wicked-related stuff and try and see what's available. Well, I was reminded by an article this morning that perhaps this might be a good PSA for kids or for parents. Don't buy Wicked the book for your kids, for your young kids. Because what you get in the movie, what you got in the musical, was a brief portion of the book that was written by Gregory Maguire that was inspired by L. Frank Baum's The Wonderful Wizard of Oz. And even L. Frank Baum's work is much bigger than just the story you get in the classic movie. There is subject matter in the book by Gregory Maguire that you do not want your children to have access
And
to.
I think this is where you and I, when I said before, when you bought the tickets, I'm like, are you sure? Because I had heard other things. But this is what it was. It was the book.
Yes.
It was not the movie, because I questioned the decision for Alea, but it's the book that you do not want your children.
The book is not, the book has subject matter that even adults might necessarily say, that's not content that I really want to consume. But it's especially more difficult for kids, tweens, and even teens. Drinking, drugs, assault, prostitution, crime, racism, just to start on some of these items. So you want to be careful. Now, I think you've heard us say over the last couple of weeks the racism, and it's not black people and white people. It's racism in general is the underlying theme of the entire production, because you've got a person who's green, and they're singled out because they're green, and that's just the way they were made, and they can't help it, etc. And that's everything stems from that particular point. So
I never really thought that I would want to read this.
Yeah.
But I am compelled just to see.
you want to be able to decide for yourself.
Yes.
And I think
A little
everyone
bit.
should be able to decide for themselves. My point is, the point is, don't be scrolling Amazon and see them trying to sell Gregory Maguire's book, and you go, well, they like the movie, maybe they'll like this.
Right.
You might want to decide
Well,
for yourself.
for someone like me who didn't necessarily want to do the play, and then the movie was good, I think maybe the book, would help me maybe understand a little bit more.
A little better understanding. SNL, Saturday Night Live, upcoming hosts and guests. Martin Short and Chris Rock will be hosts. Hosier and Gracie Abrams will be the musical guests. This upcoming weekend, Paul Mescal from Gladiator 2 and Shabuzi will be the musical guest.
Shabuzi.
I'm going to be interested to see. As far as I know, Shabuzi only knows one song. So they typically do two on SNL, so I'm not sure if he's going to do a Christmas song or...
I wasn't able to... I was traveling when he performed at halftime on Thursday, so I don't know if you saw that. I assume he probably played two songs there.
Yeah, maybe he did Adam Sandler's Thanksgiving song or something that wasn't his. Maybe he'll come back out for his second song on SNL and doing remix, everybody at the club getting tipsy. Right? Just do the extended version.
Right.
How's the rest of it go?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, keep going.
You and Jack Daniels got a history. Eddie Murphy, speaking of SNL alum, Eddie Murphy's son and Martin Lawrence's daughter are engaged. Eric Murphy and Jasmine Lawrence. Now, wouldn't it be funny if their kids were like duds and had no sense of humor?
They're going to
That
be.
would be the
You
way
do
it
know
works
that,
out.
right?
It cancels each other out.
The first child of theirs is going to be a nerd.
That's like Sheldon Cooper and
No
Amy
sense of
Farrah
humor.
Fowler. They have dumb kids.
Yep.
Yeah. Gladiator 2, Denzel Washington has achieved his career best milestone. So Gladiator sequel is now the highest grossing film of Denzel Washington's decorated Hollywood career.
It's kind of surprising.
I guess I had to reread it. Like, what was that again? Because I would have thought there had to be a Denzel movie. What's the one where he was the pilot? Flight or whatever it is. Like, that was a huge movie. Not as huge as the Gladiator 2 movies, I guess. But he's now banked $4.8 billion worldwide at the box office in his career. He's really good in everything that I've seen him in. So I'm a little bit surprised that this is the best movie. And then yesterday was Britney Spears' 43rd birthday, and for her birthday, she got an officially single declaration. 7 months after finalizing the divorce from Sam Asghari, it is official. It is legal. She got single yesterday for her 43rd birthday. So, congratulations, Britney. I know it's what you've been waiting around for. Got to get to a break. We'll come back, finish it up for the morning. You're on In the Know.
Every December, you pledge to slow down at Christmas, and every December, the season rushes by in a blur. And you're not alone. It's tough to hit the brakes during the holidays. There are parties, decorations, and a mountain of gifts to wrap. Is it any wonder we feel stressed out instead of relaxed and closer to God and our families? I've learned a few things over the years to help make the holidays as fun, meaningful, and stress-free as possible. First, be realistic. If you seek perfection, you're setting yourself up for sheer disappointment. Instead of expecting things to work out like a slick Hallmark movie, keep your expectations reasonable. How? By doing the second thing. Keep the main thing the main thing. Pretty lights and parties are fun, but they're not the point. Find peace in the deeper meaning of Christmas. And how do you do that? Well, by focusing on your faith and your family. Take note of how God has blessed you and pay those blessings forward by modeling the spirit of Christmas to others. And most of all, be joyful. Be encouraged by the true reason for the season, baby Jesus in a manger, who brings God's grace and forgiveness to a hurting, desperate world. Christmas may never slow down, but you can. Shift your focus, take a break from the season's usual hustle and bustle, and devote yourself to what Christmas is really all about: faith, friends, and family. For more to help you thrive, go to FocusOnTheFamily.com. I'm Jim Daly.
The words you are about to hear are taken from letters sent in by members of the Trinity Debt Management Program.
Dear Trinity, today I'm making my final credit card payment.
Before I came to you, I was in a constant state of anxiety and panic, but now there is hope for my family's financial future.
Working with Trinity made me understand that I'm not alone.
You really do help people.
Your kindness will never be forgotten. Without Trinity's support, I would not have achieved my lifelong goal of becoming debt-free.
We saved a lot on interest and penalties, of course, but the reward was the gift of human kindness.
Trinity has carried me through a very difficult time in my life. You're amazing.
I used to feel so anxious and hopeless. Now I feel grace and peace.
God bless Trinity as you continue to help others become debt-free.
If credit card debt has you down, call Trinity at 1-800-990-6976. That's 1-800-990-6976.
When buying or selling a home, you want experience, trust, and personal touch. But they say you can only pick two. Well, with Gina Lastly at Tom Baxter Real Estate, you get all three. With a decade of expertise as a broker, Gina's attention to detail and passion for real estate make her a trusted friend and professional. She goes above and beyond to ensure your real estate journey is smooth and successful.
I'm Gina Lasley. Put my passion for real estate to work for you. Call me now at 217-721-0034.
Discover the difference at TomBaxterRealestate.com.
Rocking around the Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop.
MB's Point to Ponder for today. What invention doesn't get a lot of love, but has greatly improved the world? Basically underrated inventions.
I don't know if it's underrated. It's underrated for me because I don't use it. The backup camera on your vehicle.
Ooh, we lived a long time without that. And now we've come to rely upon it heavily.
Well, but I don't. And that's kind of the thing. So
the difference in your vehicle is at a particular time before they had mastered the fisheye. Like on the newer vehicles, the fisheye of the new cameras, its ability to see around a vehicle.
Can yours look down too?
Mine looks down a little bit, but I mean, there's others that are even more evolved, like that are basically giving you the top view down and will show you 360 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll give you the best example. You're in curbside pickup at McDonald's, and you're in those angle spots, and big vehicle parks to your right, and you need to back out.
Mm-hmm.
You think, I can't, there's no way I can see whatever's coming around the building.
Mm-hmm.
Your backup camera will show you around the big vehicle and give you the all clear. So I think that's a good one. That's a good thought.
It's got to be the toilet, right?
It's the toilet. You think it's but do you think it doesn't get a lot of love? I mean,
It doesn't get the love it deserves.
No, that might be right.
I mean, I'm all about the toilet. I think I mean, I do give it a lot of love. I'm like, again, it's like I told you all, last week or whatever, change is good. Yeah. I kept that in my office, the hospital, outhouse versus toilet. Change is good.
Imagine
the toilet.
But imagine life without buttons. Imagine life without glasses, eyeglasses.
Oh.
Yeah, those are pretty helpful.
Pencils.
I would just be stuck here with no glasses.
Tin cans. Safety pins. You all say the toilet, and I agree, but I think toilet paper was a major step forward.
Yeah, that was kind of in my kind of in the same realm.
So normally you all go more high tech. You all kind of dialed it down, and I went more high tech. So
Clothes hangers. Blue jeans. Just imagine life without blue jeans, which were originally created, I think, for miners, people working in mines. Today's on TV tonight. Oh, important, Sam. Slight schedule change for tonight.
Yeah, tonight's game is now 30 minutes earlier for Grayson County, Washington County. So it'll be a 6:30 Central Time start on the Moose, which means almost guaranteed that I'm probably going to be able to watch some of the UK game tonight, which is even better.
Yeah, you'll be home from Springfield early, won't you?
Yep, I'll tell Homer and Lisa hello for you.
I want you to, if you run into Smithers, tell Smithers I said hey.
Get a Duff while we're there too, maybe.
Yeah. St. Dennis Medical is on NBC. The Voice is on NBC, and on Fox, Accused. See, this is why. Gosh, we only got a couple minutes before KSR starts, but this is why you subscribe to the K105 YouTube channel, because when the game changes by 30 minutes, you don't get lost. You don't show up going, "Hey, wait a minute, it's the middle of the second quarter already," because you get a notification when it happens. Today's highlight in history, 1984, that disaster at the pesticide plant in India killed 15 to 20,000 people and about 500,000 deaths or injuries. Ozzy Osbourne is 76. If you had that on your bingo card, or the over, you took like Ozzy Osbourne over 60, you've cashed in big. Mickey Thomas, 75. Daryl Hannah, 64. Julianne Moore, 64. Brendan Fraser, 56. Montel Jordan, 56. Tiffany Haddish, 45. And Lil Baby is 30 today. Everybody's favorite baby, Lil Baby. Ferlin Husky, born in 1925. Andy Williams, I opened the show with him. He was born this date in 1927. Chart toppers for today, we will go to the 1940s. And only because I want to say the word, this is the Whiffin' Poof song by Bing Crosby. Who doesn't want to say Whiffin' Poof?
And the magic of their singing.
Like Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
Yes, the magic of their singing.
Okay. I was needing more Whiffin' Poof. 1956. Eddie Fisher, number one.
Cindy, oh Cindy.
Cindy, oh Cindy.
Oh, dear.
Cindy, don't let me down.
Don't let me down. Let's go to the 1960s. 1965, the Four Seasons. Our friends on the Moose, have a great Tuesday. KSR is coming your way in about 5 seconds. They're on their road trip across the...
In Kearney, Nebraska.
Kearney, Nebraska. All right, let's go to the 1970s. Carl Douglas was number one this date in 1974. Hi-ya. A song about kung fu. Well, you just don't know what you're doing. Yeah.
In fact, it was a little bit frightening, but they fought with expert timing.
All right, in 1983, the world went, she's with him? So when we started reading, Christy Brinkley said she'd go out with Billy Joel? It gave hope for average-looking guys everywhere. Let's go to 1992. Whitney Houston. From The Bodyguard, and let's go to 2001, and Enrique Iglesias, number one with Hero, Just the Way You Are, Bruno Mars in 2010, Post Malone, Circles, 5 years ago today. Those are your chart toppers. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today says, if you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. If you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. MB's Pearl of Wisdom for today. Remember, God loves you, and I do too. If you don't know Jesus, let me know, and I'll introduce you. Look forward to seeing you back here tomorrow for another edition of our show. For Sam Gormley, for Beej, I'm MB, and now you're in the know.
Powering through the Twin Lakes with the best mix of music, news, weather, and fun.